Hello everyone, I'm Rajani and welcome to Speak Easy. We're doing a Valentine's Day special but with an extremely unusual theme of Girl on the Train. The story might not be romantic but it's definitely interesting. Is the fact that this will to have perfect life and perfect love and perfect romance. And I feel that is here as well, right? Everybody has this different definition of perfection. And I think a lot of women have that extra pressure of being perfect. I'd want you all to start, Pariniti, and then everybody else. Please go ahead and tell me that this entire myth about having perfect life and being perfect is actually just a myth because I don't think it exists, does it?
Not in the life I have lived so far or I know of. So I'll only speak about myself. No, yeah, I'm actually an extremely like romantic person, and I totally believe in the idea of perfect love and a perfect life. But the definition of perfect is not what you really see in films, where it's stress free and there's no whatever. My definition of a perfect life would be when you're happy and when you're successful and you have family and friends, and of course if you have, like in my case, if you have a man in your life or whatever it is, of course we want all that. For Meera Kapoor, actually Nusrat, which is played by Aditi, is actually the idea of perfection. How she says in the trailer, she's everything I've dreamt of. You know, the life that she sees on that balcony, on that train ride every day is the idea of perfection. Of course, what happens in their lives and how their lives change once, you know, her character gets murdered, etc., is when you realize that life is not that perfect. So I think this film and this story is a very great marriage of real life and like cinema. Having said that, because it's Valentine's Day, I would just like to announce that I will not be reminded of my current love life.
Of course. Listen, everybody who's the person was asking the other person, what's your plan for Valentine's Day? Neither parties have any plans, clearly.
They must leave and not ask me these questions and anger
I
me.
know. Yeah, with you on this.
Agree,
I understand.
agree,
Okay.
agree.
Aditi,
Yeah,
what about
Valentine's
you?
Day needs to be skipped. Yeah.
Well, you can't skip it on social media. You will see the bombardment of couples acting cute. But anyway, on the Aditi's
Detox will
already.
be taken.
But tell me, Aditi, what do you have to add to this? The idea of perfection is obviously misconstrued, and it's of course individualistic. But like she said, what do you think is this obsession with perfection that we have?
I think actually perfection, if I were to be very, very honest, if something is very perfect, I think that's when there are 18 million doubts in your brain about that. And also, I genuinely think it begins to look ugly. I find like perfectly perfect, almost devoid of any character, and it leaves you cold, and it's like including a perfect life. See, I am, you know me enough, Rudrani, to know that I'm a real romantic. I
Right.
believe there are unicorns hanging around in my balcony, and I'm like forever positive. The sun's always shining in my life. But it's not like I don't have bad days. It's not like I don't cry. It's not like I have all of that. But I hope, or I'm always hopeful for happiness, hopeful for positive things. Always, and I always want to like spread that positivity or make somebody's day. And I feel like perfection is not what I yearn for. I yearn more for something that's real, something that's
Yeah.
honest, something that's tangible, something that you can, that journey engages you, where you learn. And I would say that for everyday life, I would say that for friends, I would say that for a love life, I would say that for parents, like any kind of relationship, even work. Perfect work, what do? You give the perfect shot, you go and sit. Isn't it more exciting when somebody tells you that was shit, now do it again, feel it, cry, I don't care, you bruise, you weep, you bleed, do it. That's when it's exciting. I don't know whether we are like suckers for punishment or what, but like I don't look at it like that. I'm like, you challenge me, you like that fire has to burn and you have to feel it, and that's when you feel like it's all good. Even in love, yeah, if you don't like have like if you don't fight, and if you don't like actually get to know who that person is, how can it all just be like, then there's like placid water. There
Yeah.
has to be a flowing stream, no, ultimately. So
It's boring.
Yeah, it does get boring. What about you, Kirti? Tell me what you think about this idea of perfection in love or otherwise.
It is just an idea, plain simple. That's what it is. And how funny that we are talking about this idea so much because, and talking about the fact that it is an idea, which I guess people need to hear, people need to know about because all of us are carrying different kinds of ideas about a lot of things. And I think they need to be, the sooner they get broken, the sooner the illusion breaks, the freer you can be, the more real you can be, the more authentic you can be, and you can really open yourselves to what life is actually all about. And life is made of all colors. And I I think if you even slightly have the idea that it is just an idea, perfection is just an idea, then you are on your way to breaking it. And as I said, the sooner you break it, the more free you're going to be, and the more um, you're going to enjoy, you're going to experience a freedom that you have never experienced before.
I mean, the moment we say the idea of perfection, it's somewhere coming from us, from a conditioning that we all have over years in our society of what a perfect love life is or what a perfect life is. You know, I constantly keep saying this, there's this pursuit of happiness that we all are kind of thrown into, which is just a myth, which is what this idea of perfection is. Eventually, like everyone here said, we all really have to start talking about a wholesome life, which is balanced, where you have everything happening, where you have space for all the emotions, right from happiness to anger to sadness to being upset and all of that. And I think uh, the idea of perfection will probably need to be reformed, and say that we've always been conditioned in the society to think that life is just like a tunnel and you have to wear blinkers and this is where we have to go to. And but life is 360, life is wholesome, life is everything that is happening. So I think that that idea, once that is reformed, I think that is what perfection is, and that is what we all truly look forward to, that we have all of that there is a balance of all of these things, which is what I think perfect is. And yeah, I do desire that in my life. I look forward to it. And I think everyone does that too. Everyone looks forward to a balanced, wholesome life. Hopefully that condition changes and we discover that for our own self, for our own self, because it's very individualistic. And yeah, that's what I think of it.
Fair
I
enough.
have a quote coming in this. Perfection is a life well lived, and a well lived life is never perfect. Talia.
Wow.
Yeah,
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone.
I think everything what we, as a filmmaker, what you write or what you think comes from reality, and your reality is not perfect because everything you do, you are a flawed man. You are a flawed character. I mean, that is what gives you the edge. And when you talk about perfection, I think perfection, nobody can achieve perfection in any department. The day you do that, you achieve nirvana, and that's not possible. And I think that's why you try to do, you try to better your stuff or better your work, whatever you do in whatever field you are in. And I think that's also something which keeps us going, and keeps us growing as well. If you do something and you realize that this is the best thing I've done, this is the perfect thing, or this is this is the best ever I could do, then I think then your growth stops. So I think we all come from that. We all like to write characters which are flawed, which is also part of the reality. And I think it's great. I mean, it's interesting, it's edgier, and it's real as well. So I don't believe in the fact that you will have a perfect life. You'll have everything will be perfect for you. You do not. It's the time, from the time you start working in Bombay to become an actor or a filmmaker, nothing is perfect. Everything is wrong.
Yeah.
And you crawl slowly, you walk, then you run. And I think that's all only comes from the fact that you want to achieve that perfection, but you never achieve that. And I think that's what keeps us going.
The normalization of more women working together. Of course, we are in 2021, but even then, a few years back, when you have women together working in a film, the stories that you see only used to be about how the other person felt petty and how there were fights and stuff. So gladly, we are clearly moving ahead, and it's nice to see that the fact that we can and we will probably have more shows, and we are having that sort of content without sort of going in that direction. I remember Anushka mentioned this to me as well, that you are encouraged. The other person is told things so that you're fueled against each other, because that's the kind of misogynistic world that we live in. Tell me how things do you feel now is better, and tell me if you had similar experiences and how we hope it changes for the better.
It's happened to me once. You start, Pari.
No, bolo. Say.
So, it happened to me once, like little early in my career, where like suddenly I saw these stories coming out. I was like, me, how can they say these things? First of all, I would have never in my wildest dreams even think like this or whatever. So I think this is a thing of the past, and I hope so. Like, it's so nice that ever since we've done this film, not a single human has even asked this question. And it's really like, I mean, it's so nice. And why should it be? Like, I just don't get it. Like, one thing I've never ever understood, maybe I'm not from per se, like I didn't grow up maybe in the industry, or didn't grow up watching too many films, or maybe I didn't know enough. But to me, it was unfathomable why this would be a talking point of a film, firstly. Secondly, I understand, like today, I really believe that a film is a story made by an entire team and various people who come together, various actors, technicians, creative people, everybody comes together to make that film. If there's one-upmanship, I got paid more than you, you have one more scene than me, you have one more song than me, you are this, I don't understand how that can ever work, because the most incredible thing about cinema is that so many art forms and people come together with one passion and one thing to tell that story in the best, truest way possible, with the purest intention. Hopefully, that's what I would hope. So I would want Pari to be her best. Pari will want me to be her best. I will want Avinash to be his best. He will want Kirti to be her best, etc., etc., etc. And that's when a director's vision will come to life, and that team's vision will come to life. If we are constantly like, I find it so basic. So I've never really understood why anybody needs to shine more than the other person. You come there, do your work with all your heart, and the story should shine. And hopefully each one of us.
Yeah, this thing of women. Sorry. Continue. Sorry.
Continue. No,
I'm saying this
should be like that. Sorry.
I'm saying this thing of women and actresses especially not really getting along, and this thing of insecurity and all actually is a lot industry created and trade created, because I've had amazing experiences where Ladies vs. Ricky Bell had 4 girls, Shuddh Desi Romance had 2 girls, Golmaal had me and Tabu ma'am. Like, I've worked in various places where so many women and heroines were together, and the discussion always like, oh, 2 ladkiyan, and I'm like, but also 3 ladke, like, why don't we talk about the boys? Like, I feel there is so much more competition. Like, competition is between 2 artists, it's not male or female. And I've had the exact opposite experiences. Even here we have 3 girls, and I will not be good in a scene if Aditi is not good, or if Aditi is not good, Kirti cannot be good. Like, we all have to work as actors. So I've had films that we wanted to do where there were like 2 heroine, 3 heroine projects where both the girls are the same, and like there was always this discussion of, but will it ever work out, etc. It's never happened. Like, Alia, Shraddha and I, like we like started together, and we're like such good friends, and we do such good like stuff together, even in our personal lives.
The fact that we are supporting, yes, we want more women-led films, and we want all of that to happen. But a lot of male actors don't want to be a part of projects because they are not okay, being like
Hmm.
getting a smaller part in a
Hmm.
in a film that is probably being led by women. I'd like Avinash's view here as well, along with the other ladies. And Avinash, I think you've never been that person. You've done Bulbul. For you, that has never mattered, and you've been someone who's you know has been there, has been vocal about the choices that you've made and how you worked hard to be here. How do you look at this, just from your point of view? Because it's so interesting that the male ego does come in there at that time.
You know what? I think honestly, if we really look at what it is, it's a film. It's a story that needs to be said. The story can have a protagonist as a man or a woman, and you like the story, and you like the part that you want, that you are offered, and you want to go ahead and do it. I understand the perceptions and all the. I mean, it's bound to happen if I look at it as a professional and say, oh, you know what, तीन लड़कियां हैं, एक लड़का है. Probably you can't call it अरे ये मेरी film है. You know how it is in trade.
Correct.
But I think we are going through a change of, I mean, ideologies too, not only in content and films that we see, but I definitely do see that there is a shift in how people look at things. And uh, it's been what, 10, 15 years, if I'm not wrong, that women in our country have become providers. And they are standing tall and saying, you know what, we truly deserve the equal space, equal opportunities. And they're doing that. And it's something that should have happened anyways. But it is finally, thankfully, it's happening. And I'm just being very happy to be a part of it and say, okay, you know what, when this happened in this country, I was part of it, and I was doing something which was hopefully praiseworthy. But I don't think there's anything more to that. I think it eventually gets down to the business part of it, the trade, and not the actor part of it. And if I'm very honest, I'm probably not in a space also where I would be saying, "Arey, mere naam par hi film chalne wali hai," and which is why I should be looking at it in a certain way. So I don't have those issues to think about. But for me personally, it's just about, this is a story, this is the part that's being offered, this is what is interesting, and I should do it. And I think that stands true for most of the young actors coming up now. I think there is a clear shift, and you will see that happening in the next 5 years.
What do you like to add in?
No, it's absolutely true. I'm to the biggest feminist, yeah. And if I was a boy, I would have been an even bigger feminist, because I've grown up in a house with two brothers, and genuinely, my parents gave me more opportunities than them. Like at the start, I'm also the eldest, so they came to me first. But you know what I mean? Like I remember when they wanted to like send me to London to study. Everybody was like, अरे इतने पैसे क्यों खर्च हो गए अपनी बेटी पे, उसकी तो शादी ही होनी है. And I was like, stop it, stop saying these things. Like if I got married, and if like I had a husband who's not working, for example, it wouldn't like affect me at all, because I'd be like, I don't need it. I'm gonna do, like how Avinash said, that women have become providers. Why do we have to make a special mention of that? Like, just because it's cliched in society that men are the providers and women are the child bearers, it's so it like irritates me a lot, because it's got nothing to do with gender. So I like, the film industry is so inspiring to so many people all over the world. I hope through films we can kind of inspire people to understand that, women and men should be, it should be a meritocracy and not got anything to do with
Gender.
what gender you are. Like, I have seen men who do nothing in life, and I've seen women who do nothing in life. It should be individualistic. That's it.
Yeah. I'd request Kirti to wrap it, because I've been told that that's my time. I'll probably chat more later. Kirti, if you could come in and sort of give your thoughts on this.
So I have been part of the OTT industry for the last 3 years now, and I have done shows like Fomo Shots, I've done Bard, I've done CJ, which had like some 5-6 very strong female characters. So I think I completely understand the conversation we are having, and but I have also been a part of the change that is happening, and I believe it's good to kind of have these discussions, because that's where you create awareness about things that need to change and what needs to happen, but more lies in the actions always. And I think for all of us here and a lot of people outside, all the conditioning that we have been, we have kind of lived in through our lives, and there is so every what do you say? Everything comes with its own set of conditionings. The industry is also conditioned in a certain way, and a lot of things are breaking, and they can only break when people like us make that change, be the change that we are discussing here. And I think it's great to have an understanding of what the problem areas are, but even better is to find a solution. And everything said and done, we are the solution. The actors, the directors, the producers, the media is so powerful. And a lot of times I have seen them supporting or being subjected to the conditioning I just spoke about, and just perpetuating it in a way which doesn't help anybody. So I think all of us have to understand this, and as I said, take necessary steps to make the change, to be the change that we are discussing here.
Well said. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you once again. I really enjoyed whatever I have viewed till now, and I'm a sucker for thrillers. So thank you, Ribu. This one looks like it's a good one already. Thank you so much, all of you. I hope
Thank you.
guys will
Thank you.
love.
Thank you. Bye.